The next part of our escapades had to do with RPMs. Like, what is RPM? When you're driving, the very left dial shows you RPMs. That's how fast the pistons in the motor are rotating, how fast. So RPM is rotations per minute. Long play records had the diameter of 30.5 centimeters. So that's 0.305 meters. That would be the diameter. And when they were played, they had three speeds: 33.3 rotations per minute, 45 rotations per minute, and 75 rotations per minute. What is 33.3 RPM? 33.3 rotations per minute. Remember how we said omega and we were measuring it in reds per second, not in RPMs. We need to convert RPM to radians per second. Each rotation or each rev is 2 pi radians. 66.6 pi. I multiplied 33.3 times 2 and then carried pi over. That is going to be our theta. That happens in 1 minute, but we have per seconds, reds per second, like meters per second, reds per second. We don't measure by minute. So then we have to convert. 1 minute is 60 seconds exactly. So you do 60 seconds. That is red, and that is time in seconds. That gets you your omega in reds per second. So 66.6 pi divided by 60, 3.5 if we round it to sig figs, or I can do 3.49. That's going to be reds a second. I will do the same with 45 times 2 pi, so that's 90 pi, and then I divide this by 60. So 90 pi divided by 60, that is like 3 pi divided by 2, so 1.5 pi, that's 4.7 reds a second. That would be omega for 45 RPMs, and then 75 RPMs. By the same token, I just do 75 times 2 is 150. 150 pi divided by 60, that is like 5 halves pi. That is like 2.5 pi reds a second. And you can keep it like that, or you can actually use your calculator. 2.5 pi, that's 7.9 reds per second. I'm asking you, what would be the speed, the linear speed? So I'm asking you, what is, let's say it's rotating this way, what is the V of that speck of dust if it's spinning at all of those omegas? So omega 1 we figured out to be 3.49 reds a second. The second one we had, omega second, was 4.7 reds a second. And then finally we had omega 3 as 7.9 reds a second. So the connection between V and omega is through the radius. It's omega times radius. So then I will just multiply. V1 would be 3.49 times 0.305 over 2. V2 is going to be 4.7 times the same radius, which is 0.305 over 2. And then the third one is going to be 7.9 times the same radius, right there. And then you can plug in all that into your calculators, and your answer will be in meters per second. That is how fast that speck of dust at the edge of your long play is moving through the space. It's moving in a circle, and that just shows you how much of a length of that circle it covers every second. So that finished our first day on this unit 4, where we talk about circular motion and rotations.